Tumavele from programtom.com/dev here, and in this episode I'm going to talk about the bloodbath of the IT job market. Basically, I haven't posted the last 2 weeks because I've been on some interview processes where I've done a task for one of the companies, and I've been tasked to explain own notation algorithmic complexity of in another, and I have been in HR interviews, and basically um, it's total waste of time most of the times. You go through 3 interviews and you try to present yourself with the best of your abilities. No, and at the end, they say that they will continue with another person, and the next day you see a new job posting with the same job. Basically, they do not tell you, okay, you want too much money for this job. Will you allow to get started with a lower paying fee? Uh, they don't tell you, you don't know this. Maybe then if you learn it, you'll be okay with us. There is no meaningful feedback, and this is basically a bloodbath of the job IT market. I'm sharing here it's my GitHub repository. Basically, I'm not sure why this fails. Yeah. Um, I've called it minimal Elasticsearch with Spring. This the minimal code that communicates Spring application with Elasticsearch engine started within Docker. This is a rework of one of my apps that I have that I'm gonna implement it with Elasticsearch that uses underneath Lucene full text search index that I have implemented in what you eat. Basically, the search in what you eat is with Lucene full text search. But this engine is embedded in Elasticsearch, and basically it is communication with it is on HTTP with REST calls. And yeah, I'm gonna dive into this. I've also been coding photo apps. I've implemented image client that fetches images from Pixabay, and basically I've implemented as a demo project for a client a grid view with details, with architecture, and basically I've re-implemented with another packages with alternative libraries the architecture that I've seen in RX block ecosystem. So I've implemented it with another packages to showcase that I understand it, and also did something more that I haven't seen being tested or being part of the Bootstrap generation, and that is the widget tests. And basically, I've also implemented flavors that is coming out of the box in the Flutter RX system. But yeah, basically, I've made it the implementation that they are doing manually by using the DDD see where it is. But so, Flutter flavor IZR. So I'm doing some personal packages for Flutter, updating of a Flutter application that is going outside of the marketplaces. So this is one of the ways a user could get notified that there is new version, either by hitting integer on some endpoint or communicating with the stores. And I had clients in the past that needed off-store update version check. So these are Flutter. I have Java Bootstrap Vaadin components. I'm a big fan of Vaadin, and I've made a Bootstrap CSS components, and yeah, I'm using it in several of my projects. I've also open sourced IntelliJ chat with GPT that is running your own with your own open source models, and I have some work in progress on what are common widgets. I did some tasks in the past with Spring, with microservices, with Docker, and implementing producer and consumer with RabbitMQ, message queue. And before that, I've also coded a project that grabs items from an endpoint and does that executes some business logic and outputs it transformed in prime number tasks. I've showcased here the producer consumer. In Tumavel employees, I've showcased my knowledge with React.js. So basically, I've also implemented a React.js front end with a Spring Boot application, and yeah, these are some projects that are even older than past few months. Basically, I've done several items personal and as a task, and I haven't received an offer. Basically, the situation is getting complex. So here it is, my opinion on it. I've gone through several interviews that were giving me algorithmic tasks and turning me around with complexity, and I got refused. I got denied after all of these algorithmic complexity interviews. Does this make me less senior? I have worked for several companies that didn't give me algorithmic complexity tasks at the live on the interview questions, and I worked productively, and I was open for constructive feedback in these jobs, and I did work beyond what was in my job description. And yeah, basically seniority is about understanding new architecture, understanding pros and cons of interpreted compiled code, knowing how to fix complex queries, have an idea about transactions, indexes, index engines, blocking and non-blocking your thread, multi-threading, microservices. And basically, one of the things that I've also talked in the past, seniority is about ability to detect, to troubleshoot problems with integrations with many internal and external services and platforms. Basically, mobile development is exactly that, integrating with external platforms, external to your application platforms. And basically, on a seniority level, in higher levels of seniority, it is even more important to be able to get a task, chop it down into small pieces, and being able to, in such pieces, that it is able to be delegated to multiple peoples, to multiple individuals. So at the end, the task is achieved in a higher speed than one super hyper coder could reach. And there are levels beyond programming, like what the consumer needs, what the user needs, and how to achieve sales marketing. Basically, this algorithmic complexity is it's hell. It's meaningless for serious senior level tasks. And I had an opinion, a plus one, nothing to add. At the interview where I coped with the algorithm, they liked me very much, including the social aspect. They didn't call me at all, and yet, and yes, there are no algorithms at work. If you need an algorithm, the architect has messed something up. Basically, this is my opinion. And similarly, uh, opinion from uh, another friend. Basically, the IT crisis is so big that even HR in, personal person doesn't respond on LinkedIn. LinkedIn was a professional platform and now is full of politics and of real estate agents and motivational people, and less about technical aspects of the job. And to put the cherry on the cake, here is the one of the bigger individuals in politics that is coming from technical background. Basically, uh, the political IT, the IT with politics that has entered politics, Bujdar Bujanov, has said that it will facilitate attracting high qualified specialists from third countries by introducing platforms for receiving work visas, blue cards. So it will remove obstacles for people outside of Bulgaria. So basically, the job market in IT is bloodbath, and even Bulgarians could not are hard, it's hard to find job, and yet politi- the political individuals do not protect our um, like our our rights. And yeah, we have a soft uni. Why Bujdar do not go in some type of cooperation with Nakov, with the leader of soft uni, so it could increase the level of expertise in the IT in Bulgaria, in the software systems, and but he will get external people from outside of Bulgaria. Yeah, it's good, but why not first get a good job, good squeeze the maximum of the people that we have here that could get an IT job that is well paid abroad. Basically, these all niches are getting out of hand. It's the common sense has flight out of the window.